Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video let's take a look at the tech stocks, and starting off with Tesla, then Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Netflix, Google, and Amazon, and then we'll also take a look at SPY and QQQ. So let's see what the market is doing. Today we have a bit of a mixed playing field over here. Some stocks are down, some stocks are up. Unfortunately, Tesla is down, but are we bearish? Well, let's jump right into it and let's talk about all of that. But before that, I also want to let you know none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. So, Tesla, the very important level of $203 is with 200 days moving average is what we have been targeting, because this is a very important level with, and I have to show you guys this every time, even if you are a daily follower of my video, because sometime you might be a new person today seeing my video, right? So why this level is so important is also because this was an inverted head and shoulder weekly interval neckline. So that's why this is a very strong important area that we have been targeting. Now, yes, we got above it yesterday, 203 and 200 days moving average area, but we today are again below that. But does this makes Tesla bearish? So not quite so fully though. All right, what do I mean by that? Technically, we are still holding these pivots strong. You can see the line of this rebound is still going in the upward trajectory. But yes, it's a little bit not a confirmed upside, because I wanted to see it close above 203 as well for a continuation to the upside. But let's go to the hourly interval and let's talk about the things. And this will also help us identifying where the potential next move would be. So clearly today you can see where did we sell off? Underneath of 200 hours moving average. So it's not surprising. It's not that the sell-off happened for no reason, right? Technically the sell-off happened due to 200 hours moving average underneath resistance. So this is where we have a problem, at least for the day. But is this a problem long? Is this problem a strong problem enough that we're going to continue lower? Well, so for that, it all comes down to tomorrow $203 level again. If Tesla can get above it, it's a long play, it's a continuation play. All right. If Tesla breaks below 198 and 77 cents, we have a downside problem, because technically intraday, as long as we are not getting above 203 again, we are still likely forming these lower pivots. You can see that next lower pivot came precisely at that very level of ours, $203. And that's why we have a lower pivot over here. All right. So even though, yes, we have these higher pivots ongoing, but intraday, this higher pivot, this zone between 198 and 203 zone is a zone of no direction. All right. The plays are above 203 intraday from here and below 198 and 77 cents to the downside, right? So these are the two directions. So things are not fully bearish, things are not fully bullish. Just keep that in mind. Again, it all comes down to these levels, all right, for tomorrow especially. And it's too early to say anything for the swing. Technically, yes, it can be argued on the swing side we are still in the downside. So again, just trade with those levels that I provided. Two levels, they will define the direction from here on, upside or downside, right? That's pretty much the blue box. That's Tesla. Let's take a look at Microsoft. So Microsoft, good move today, again continuing above, testing 20 days moving average finally today. And then this was the area to play it upside above 200 days moving average. And if we stayed above 404 and 55 cents, we did that, continuing higher. Now from here, this is the next pivot area. So tomorrow, if Microsoft can get above this 20 days moving average and 478 cents, it's just an upside play. If it slows down, rejects here, some cool off is a possibility, but let's see the levels for that. So what I'm seeing is that there's a good candles coming in, good buying candles coming in here. So that's a good move. What you are watching is if Microsoft can still stay above on intraday, above 415 and 82 cents, nothing to worry about. If we lose this level, then 20 also moving average, then there's a problem, at least for intraday, right? Otherwise, yeah, the upside play I already gave you. That's pretty much above 20 days moving average and above this previous pivot of 417 and 60 cents, right? So that's that. Apple. Apple continues higher, still bullish, not seeing any signs of downside on daily interval, technically fully bullish, no surprise here. On hourly interval, what are the levels to watch? So today some slowdown is coming, and is this slowdown enough? Apple is not going to break the structure as long as we stay above 220 at least. If we lose it tomorrow, some problem may come, otherwise no. But that's the level to watch for some cool off to the downside, otherwise no. This is just bullish. Until then, any pullback can, if price action holds, it can be just bought back up thereafter, right? So that's that. Meta a little bit selling off today, getting close to the all-time highs. No surprise, it's been just ripping up. Technically, structure is still bullish on this thing. Any pullback at this point to the level like 509 is still just a pullback on the overall structure. It's full on bullish. Let's go to the hourly interval if that intraday cool off is about to come or not. So on the hourly interval, what are the levels to watch? If we lose tomorrow level of 522 and 80 cents, it's a cool off to the downside to the next level. Otherwise, no, this is just an upside play. Netflix. So daily interval first. So Netflix, no surprise, it's also bullish, and I have been saying that very much from this. Once we got out and above of this blue box, it's just a bullish play continuation to the upside above this. This pretty much the blue box that we have there, level of 626 and so forth. And yeah, we're still bullish, guys. There is no sign of the weakness right now. Any pullback to these levels like 646, or even if it comes, until then what I'm trying to say, structure is still bullish through these pullbacks, yeah, even until the level of 643 at this point. So, and on hourly interval I'm not seeing any weakness as well. Again, like whenever we extend from 20 hours moving average, the cool off are possible, but structure will not break on this thing as long as we are above 20 hours moving average. You can see if we lose 658 tomorrow for any reason, and we also lose 20 hours moving average, some cool off may continue to 652. But that would be that. Then you are watching if any of these areas hold, and then from there it's just a pullback play back again to the upside. That's Netflix. All right, let's take a look at Google. Google, so we had a news as well on Google that DOJ, Department of Justice, wants to break down Google in small pieces. Well, they're becoming so behemoth, a big behemoth. But anyways, technically, this was the area that I provided you, this blue box as well, 164 area. It never took out those pivots. You can see it's just rejecting at those pivots and continuing down. No surprise. Then I provided you these levels to watch if a pivot has to form here. Some buying is coming in at this level of 159 and 80 cents. But yeah, so if we continue to hold this tomorrow, some upside may continue. But if we lose any time, again, this pivot we can't hold. We are just continuing to the downtrend. Overall structure is still to the downtrend. Intraday is what we are watching. And on intraday, if we can stay tomorrow above 160 and 20 cents, some upside is possible to the level of 162 and 57 cents. If anytime we lose 160, don't trade it until 159, and if we lose 159, then there's much more downside, again continuation. So that's Google. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon finally above 200 days moving average, but it's selling off from there. However, it is still, strength is still there. It's not a downward structure. Structure on this will again continue to the downside, like a proper downside structure if it loses 165 and 76 cents. Until then, pullbacks have a potential to be bought back up. And if I take it to the hourly interval, no surprise that it's rejecting at 200 hours moving average. First time, usually all of them guys would see a sell-off here, all right, at 200 hours moving average. And that's what we are seeing today, is that rejection. If Amazon tomorrow can stay above 168 and 72 cents, this is just a pullback zone and can continue higher. Anytime also above 200 hours moving average is just an upside play. So that's that. All right, so that's Amazon. Let's take a look at SPY and QQQ now. So SPY, guys, I'm not worried right now on SPY. There were two areas now, right? The one was this, pretty much once we got above 524, I have been saying there is no problem. We were already forming this pivot on the 4 hours I showed you back then, right? And we have been continuing higher since then. And then here on the daily interval, above 20 days moving average also, we are also above this previous pivots from the blue box, 537, and I'm not seeing any problem. Any pullback, even if it comes until this blue box, this is just going to be a pullback, nothing more than that. We are in the bullish structure with SPY. And let's take a look at actually hourly interval as well on SPY. So let's go to the hourly interval. Yeah, we are full on bullish, guys. We are above 200 hours moving average. Right now, structure is not to the downside, as I said. At this point, I'll only consider structure to the downside if we start to lose 538.55 cents. But otherwise, no. Yes, if we lose tomorrow 542 and 20 and 43 cents, right, there is a sell-off that may continue to the downside a little bit. All right, that's a possibility. So yeah, that's that. But that will be just an intraday cool off so far, nothing more than that. All right. So that's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. And so QQQ still strong. Today's candle is nothing, it's not a problem. If we are still above 20 days moving average, found support there, found support at the previous pivots. As long as we even tomorrow continue to stay above 460, it's just an upside play. If we lose this, then some downside is possible, but that will be just intraday cool off. We have a really good potential of still forming a pivot at 448.75 cents. So that's that simple. All right, that's it for this video, and you can see on hourly interval, QQQ is already heading higher. So yeah, it's still strong, but you have the levels. I gave you the levels to watch, right? All right, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.